Good morning and welcome to the MyTarot.org day off morning edition of the MyTarot.org daily reflection, chance to take a breath, and all that other wonderful stuff. So it is, right now it's not too bad outside, but it is going to get hot. Good morning, Jenny. I definitely stay hydrated today because it's going to be so hot today. My goodness. It's like part of me's like, do I want to cut the grass this morning? It's like, it's supposed to be it's my day off. And what's cool about having a schedule like this, because I tell you what, I will sleep until 11 o'clock. But last night, it's like, okay, I need to go to bed so that I can get up and do this. So this really does help me, who is kind of ADD and all over the place, to maintain a schedule, which for someone like me, again, having a morning meditation or having something to focus on is an important way to start my day. Good morning, Angelina. So this way, get up regardless of holidays or whatever. I try. Vacations are tough. But I can attest that having something like this has really probably just, and it's so simple, but it's something that I'm sure has changed who I am because of all the, getting up, the running, and all the other stuff like that. So I really suggest people finding a special time where they can get away from the kids, the significant others, and just find that regular time so that they can discover their light switch, which for me is listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean, and to find that time to just treat yourself to 15 minutes of meditation, prayer, whatever works for you. So, it is a good morning, Angelina. I was just telling Jenny how hot it is outside. So, what are we doing here anyway? Listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. And what's that do? You know what? I'm going to flip back because I want to get my feet flat on the floor. I want to check in with where I'm at. So I feel my feet are flat on the floor and I'm rolling my ankles and God, that feels good. So got my butt in the seat and doing a kitty dance. And then coming to the shoulders, and that's reminding me to take that extra breath. And checking in with the neck. Because it is a morning meditation. When we take time to just get out of ourselves, find a different focus other than me. And I love it when people focus on me, but otherwise, find a focus other than ourselves so that we can step out of ourselves and look back. So let's step out of ourselves and look back. Yeah, I would like to go putter in my garden, Angelina, but so what are we doing then? This is where the universe holds up a mirror and asks us, what do we see? And we can use the tarot for that reflection. And I am going to do our 3 in stacks, 3 different stacks. It's like each one's a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in a multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path because this stack will lead down one path. This stack is a totally different conversation from this one. And the question is, which one do we want to select today? So, since it is morning and I'm kind of feeling a little out of it today, I need to really see what's underneath. So I'm going to grab this one. And I like to think of it as things that are underneath that might be influencing us and we don't even realize it. So, I'm going to do hour, 3, and 1. And I'll flip each one over one at a time like we're just reading the pages of a book. And our first one is, we have the 5 of Cups. So as we go into the weekend and we go into, here in America, we are celebrating our Independence Day. And yet many of us are not really celebrating it because we're feeling a loss. You know, when we get to the 5 of Cups, cups are about our spirituality, our emotions, and our feelings. Okay. And 1 cup, that's that spiritual glow. You know, 2 cups, we're sharing somebody. It's a balance. By the time we get to 5, though, and I always talk about the numerology 1 to 10, 5s are right in the middle. So it's like a challenge. You know, we're at 1, 2, 3, and then we get to 4, and it's like we get a challenge. 5s are always challenged. The question is, are we going to make it over past that 5 to make it to 6? Well, sometimes we get stuck trying to get up that hill because we're staring so long at the things that we feel we've lost, we forget to take account of what we do have. So when we see the 5 of Cups, it's a reflection of the things that make us sad. Good morning, Cloud XC1KV, and welcome. I am doing well. It's a day off. So the 5 of Cups is a reflection. You know, we all have feeling. We all go through the day, and then we look at the newspaper, or we see an old photo of somebody. We all know what it means to feel a loss or a spiritual emptiness. And sometimes we can let that lead us through the rest of the day. Sometimes it can become a focus. And the 5 of Cups, which is actually a beautiful card, does remind us that we still have 2 cups. And we're staring so hard at the other 3, sometimes we don't realize it. Oh, good morning, Twix. How are you? Boo, I don't feel like feeling feelings at the moment. You know, that is so funny. I am so with you. So then, you know what? In honor of you, Twix, I am going to turn the next card over because this is all about what we need to know to pick our spirits up, isn't it? Ta-da! Twix, in honor of you, we now have the 6 of Cups. So, talked about going over that 5. Oh, 5, 5, 5. 6 is, you know, that feeling when you accomplish something, when you realize something, you know, and you make it over a hill. Oh, so that's the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is about remembrance. It's about, you know, we made it over this hill. Sometimes it's not just us. You know, sometimes we helped other people. Sometimes, you know, they helped us. But this is that feeling that we get when we kind of have that ananorisis, as Aristotle would put it, that awakening, that realization that it's like, you know what? I've read the newspaper, I've done all this, and screw that. I still have my family, friends, kids, whatever. And all of a sudden, those cups, without even realizing it, will just start multiplying. And remember, this is about filling the cups with spirituality. So when we have that same boo, I don't feel like feeling at the moment, all we're doing is emptying our cups. And then all of a sudden we turn around and it's like, we fill that cup. So let's see what this particular crow is looking at. The Chariot. Well, Twix. So this is about turning lemons into lemonade. This is about, you know, making a decision. You know, it kind of reminds me, yes, I was in the military. I am like ultra liberal. all that other stuff. And so I am glad I can say that I was in the military and still was able to be a nice guy. But one thing I learned in the military is I had a drill sergeant that kept saying as we were trying to get over that hill, as a matter of fact, it's called Drag Ass Hill at Fort Jackson. He kept saying it's mind over matter. If you don't mind, then it don't matter. So, I like the sound of multiplying cups. Good morning, Luce. How are you? And that's what it is. It's about saying, this is that ananorsis. This is about the waking up and saying, what am I doing? Why am I that person in the commercial who's looking out the window while it's raining? My head's against the window and it's like it's like, you know what? Oh my gosh. There's still an entire world out there. And again, the Six of Cups is not a selfish card either. It's a card of remembrance. And it's a card that says, you know what? Maybe somebody needs a little bit of help too. Maybe I need to get up out of my chair and see how my sister's doing. Maybe I need to, you know what? And sometimes it is so hard to do that. And that's where the Chariot comes in. But with the Chariot, this is the appropriate use of self-will that says, I'm going to go out and do something positive. So this morning, if you're reading the newspaper or something like that, this is about filling up our spirit, filling up our gas tanks. If we feel like we don't have enough spoons, we order or go out and we go buy a whole box of plastic spoons and just start handing them out. But it takes a Chariot sometimes to be able to go out and just buy more spoons. But let's see what the advice card is. You know what? The Nine of Coins gives us a goal. So coins are about home, health, finances, all those things that keep us grounded. And nines are about fulfillment. Again, the numerology, 1 to 10. For this one, I always say that if this is a race, 1 to 10, 10 is not the finish line. 9 is the finish line. 10 is what we do with our winnings. So where I was feeling, I saw that 5 of Cups starting out, and I tell you what, I was feeling melancholy. And if I go back and look at this, I'm going to see that it's like, boy, was I feeling melancholy, looking outside, watching the news. But we have the 5, 6, 7. We are on a path. And Twix, I haven't talked to you or I've seen you in a little bit. And all of a sudden, you filled my cup and turned this into like this positive thing. And that is why I do this in the morning. So this whole thing is about we do have a path to follow. Yes, we need to feel loss. We need to feel disappointment. But it needs to be the springboard so that we can do something positive with it. And so this morning, Twix was my 6 of Cups because I really was melancholy. And now, with that little bit of gas in my gas tank, it's like I have the goal of the 9 of Coins. So I'm going to see what I can do to, if I feel melancholy, at least make Mina feel a little bit better today. I'm going to go get her a cup of coffee and wake her up with a little kiss on the forehead right there. That is the 6 of Cups, isn't it? So today, make somebody a cup of coffee and give them a kiss right there. I see, let me see here. I need to spread this out so I can read this. I see a lot of community in the 6 of Cups as well. Us being the gift or blessing to not only ourselves, but others and vice versa. It is. My goodness. This was the ray of sunshine I needed. You all are amazing. You all remind me why it's worthwhile to get up in the morning. So I'm going to take this ray of sunshine and I'm going to be the Chariot and I'm going to make people enjoy their day even if it kills them. No, that's Thanksgiving in our families, right? I worked hard for this, so we're going to enjoy this even if I have to kill you. No, we're going to spread this sunshine out. And I so appreciate everybody today. And with that, and for people in the area, me and Luce are talking about for the full moon for, what is it, August? Doing a full moon ritual and tarot, a way of finding release under the full moon. Because she's got this courtyard and her shop and all that stuff. So stay tuned for that also. Thank you all. Take care, everybody. And I will see everybody later. Thank you.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light, readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears.